today's market, a properly polished resume and cover letter are the essential documents needed to garner you an interview and ultimately help you land the career you want. In this video, we'll provide you with the framework to create your best version of your cover letter and resume. We'll start with the cover letter. The cover letter is your chance to address the hiring manager and explain why you are the perfect fit for the role. Each cover letter should be tailored to the job at hand, and if you're a general applicant, then it should elaborate on why you are highly qualified to work at the company. The cover letter is your chance to go into greater depth and use experiences that aren't readily evident from your resume to demonstrate your fit with the role and the company culture. At the same time, however, your cover letter should be concise. Hiring managers don't need a flowery personal narrative. They need a succinct explanation of how your qualifications will benefit their company as a whole. First, formatting. Your cover letter should be one page with your name and contact info at the top. Then include either the name of the company or name and title of the contact person for this position and the company's address. Then address the hiring manager by name, or if you're unaware of specific contacts, write, "Dear Hiring Committee." Typically, for the content, you should have 3 paragraphs that start broad in nature and then highlight specific skills and experiences. For the first paragraph, state your objective and interest, where you saw the posting, and state your enthusiasm about the role. The second paragraph is where you really start to provide context as to why you're relevant for this position. Start by using past work experiences or education to state why you're qualified for the role. Use 1 to 2 experiences from your resume and expand on what they taught you. This section is also the best and most logical place to articulate your international experience and how this helps shape you. Use adjectives to describe yourself, but try not to be too generic. People person gets lost in cliché, but thrives in a collaborative environment will be more memorable. For the closing paragraph, this advice from our HR manager is simple. Bring it home. Wrap up your letter with something such as, "I look forward to discussing my qualifications with you soon." End your cover letter with something like "kind regards" or "sincerely," and your full name. Tips straight from the HR manager. Triple check spelling and grammar, please. Some HR managers will not even look at your resume if there are mistakes in the cover letter. Submit both documents as PDFs to prevent tampering and to ensure formatting consistency. Cover letters should always cover 1 page, but it is not an essay. It looks impressive to scan your signature and put it at the bottom of your cover letter above your name, but it's not mandatory. Resumes. Resumes should be concise yet thorough and highlight your education, past work and personal experiences, and skills. The reality is, employers typically assess a resume in 6 seconds or less. Many companies have software which scan resumes for keywords, sorting through thousands of candidates, so what you put in your resume is very important. First, formatting. How your resume looks will determine if the hiring manager will even read your resume at all. Resumes come with many different formats, but there are some rules that all resumes should adhere to. Resumes should be no longer than 1 page, especially if you're applying for an entry-level job. Be consistent in your formatting, verbiage, design, and font. Use 10, 11, or 12-point font and 1-inch margins. Stick to legible, clean fonts like Times New Roman, Garamond, or Helvetica. Don't cram. Don't make it overly fancy unless you're applying for a design job. List complete dates and make sure your dates are aligned along the right side of the page. Consistency in alignment and organization shows your attention to detail. Look at your resume. Have a parent, friend, and career counselor look at it and ask, is it reader friendly? What catches your eye at first glance? Second, layout. While there is no set layout for resumes, our advice for an eye-catching and readable resume is this. Name plus contact information. Have your full name and address, email, and phone number at the top. Next, education. Be sure to put your international experience on your resume and include the name of your university, when you were there, and you can even include 1 to 2 bullet points surmising what you accomplished abroad. Then, put work experience. This is arguably the most important part of your resume. Include past jobs and internships. Don't include high school jobs if you're a college graduate. Bullet points under each job title should be formatted like this. Action verb plus responsibility equals your impact or results. The more numbers and statistics you can put into your bullet points, the better. Employers like to see results and metrics demonstrate quantifiable merit. After work experience, other sections include service experience, achievements/awards, languages, certifications, and skills. Avoid including things such as attention to detail or works well under deadlines, or Microsoft Word, as most, if not all, workers should have these qualifications. Stick to actual skills that you've acquired. Adobe Creative Suite, Final Cut Pro, HTML, or even other abilities such as trained vocalist. Tips straight from the HR manager. If your resume has to be longer than one page, make sure it fills up 2 full pages. One line on a second sheet of paper looks terrible. It's okay to cut things down and or leave off some work experiences that date you or don't add anything to the job description at hand. Lastly, check out the Career Resources Guide on your student portal for more resume and cover letter tips, including good and bad cover letter and resume samples, as well as a helpful list of power verbs to enhance your resume bullet points. By following these tips, you can be confident in your work and set yourself apart from other applicants. Remember, this is a process, so be sure to edit your resume and cover letter to the positions and companies to which you are applying. You are not in this alone, so remember to use your resources, your University Career Center, your friends and family, and the ISA Alumni Department.